First of all, I think it's a great idea to declare and test the waters. I think he needs to get the feedback of where his game needs to grow. If he was playing when I was in college at UCLA, he's a first-round pick.
You look at Filip's situation specifically, unlikely to be a first-round draft pick. At best, probably a second-round draft pick. And you compare that to what happens if he decides to come back to school. Preseason first-team All-American, legitimate National Player of the Year candidate, on what I believe should be the #1 team in the country in the preseason. That's a lot to walk away from.
He's a guy that made such a significant jump last year that if he can make one more, then you're talking about potentially being a guy that can not only, make a roster, but have an investment, have an NBA GM invest in him as a first-round pick, get a guaranteed contract to whereas he'll be set for not just one contract, but maybe for a career in the NBA.
The game has evolved so much, it has changed so much as far as what they expect bigs to be able to do, the level of athleticism, and in particular, the ability to show on-ball defensively on screen situations. And then furthermore, at the offensive end, consistently knock down perimeter shots. And those are not strengths right now of his game.
People always talk about the value of a professional contract, and that's a real thing. What's the value in a life experience like going to a Final Four, competing for a national championship, being the centerpiece of the best college basketball team in the country? That's worth something too.
I think he'd be much better served coming back and putting himself in the best situation to improve in those areas and also enjoy what should be an incredible season next year for Gonzaga.
It's one thing when your options are come back to school, be a first-team All-American, or be the third pick in the draft. Well, then, I understand. You probably need to go be the third pick in the draft. But he's not choosing between those two things. And that's why, again, he should do whatever he wants. But I'd like to think if I were him, I'd probably want to come back to school and try to do something really, really special.